Yes, it's the preview. Burnley versus Arsenal. Can we get back-to-back wins? Oh, come on, Arsenal. Little twist on that. How we doing, guys? Long time no see.
I know, man. It's been a minute, bro. How you been?
It's been what? James, how you doing, sir? Keeping well?
Yeah, bro. I'm tired. I just had a shower, so yeah, I'm good.
Love that. Nigerian Englishman for One Touch TV. What's going on, son? What's good?
Mate.
What's good?
Final, busy baby Baba now. The designer. All right. I said I wasn't gonna bring the energy, but it's the.
I know. Bring the energy, man. We need it. We need it.
Because we know that certain man them already watch this, like Pepe, Saka, them man. They watch this show, so we got to get them hyped for the big game on Saturday.
It's true,
man.
boy. Could you imagine, boy, if they lifted up their vest and they're just done a dance for you and say One Touch?
Bruv, it's gonna happen soon.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
It's gonna happen soon, bro.
One day, man. One day it will happen. It will happen. How are we? We good?
We good, man. We're good. As good as we can be.
Listen, so Burnley versus Arsenal. Listen, now we're riding on the crest of that victory wave. Are we ready to get another 3 points? We need the 3 points, really, and a performance to go with it. The last game, good scrap, 1-0 to the Arsenal, going back to the old adage. But now I think we need to start actually seeing good, cohesive patterns of play. James, do you see anything but a win for the Arsenal on Saturday?
No, I think we're going to slap them. I genuinely 3-0.
I love that. He said that with his chest. You brought me on for this. You brought me on for this. We're going to slap them.
Nah, bro. I'm confident. I don't see anything but an Arsenal win. And I think by a few goals as well. I think Norwich game, yes, it was a scrappy goal to score, but let's be honest, we should have had two more. Like, we had two opportunities where we could have scored.
Yep.
Pepe, Smith Rowe, Aubameyang, like that. I just mentioned three, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, man, I'm confident. I'm really confident we're going to get a result.
No, I think, do you know what, James? Nigerian, James touches on that, right? Now, we've got to win. A nice bit of confidence. Those goals, those chances we had against Norwich, Aubameyang won in the first half, ASR late on in the second half, and also Pepe as well. I mean, the game could have been put to bed so much earlier and stuff. Do you think now with that, the confidence and a good week of actually us being all together, the players being all together, not having that midweek game?
Look, yeah, like if I'm Arteta, yeah, this is a big week for me. If like in terms of, I reckon management has a lot to do with player psychology and stuff like that. It's not just is he a good player, is he a bad player? But psychologically, I would have been on them. I would have been taking a piss. Look, it's midweek and we're not on TV. We're not even playing the game, guys. Does that make you feel good? I would have gone in on them.
Yeah,
like, do you get what I'm saying? This is the time. I'd have taken this as an opportunity to bring in one of the legends, the actual legends, to speak to these men, like the Keowns and them real, like, not like people that are gonna, punch a man up like that. Them sort of guys. Yeah, I want them in the dressing room, like getting in their faces this week.
There was talk after the City game that they did all kind of have Aubameyang was kind of instrumental in them.
Who gives a fuck about Aubameyang shouting at anyone, bro? Like, no one's scared of that, bro. Nobody's scared of that. The players will be like, "Yo, swear down, you know how to shout. Swear down."
Yeah,
he's not that guy. Our leadership.
Who is that guy then for us? Who is the guy?
There's only two players in our squad that can shout. And I think a certain mans will get scared when they get angry. Two. Number one is Kieran Tierney. These Scottish man, they don't play, but come with short sleeves, all that stuff. If they get angry, and this one would probably shock them more than anything. is Partey. If Partey got angry, who's chatting back to him in that squad, bro? With them eyes as well. Nah,
yeah. He looks kind of like he's one of those silent ones, isn't it? If you cross that line,
literally like
over.
raw. Like
It's over.
But with Aubameyang, he's just jokes, swag, all this nonsense he did. Like, bro, just let the guy focus on banging in goals. That's it.
Yeah,
Give him
I hear that.
chances a game.
Totally
bro.
hear that. Look at this. Yes, big fail. What the heck? I thought you guys were done. Nah, man, we ain't done. We just started. Listen, Mr. Silver Fox, my brothers. Yes, you need to come on soon, bro. You need to come on soon. Have you on for the reaction. Happy place, Turf Moor.
Listen, in previous years, it has been quite a happy place.
We haven't done too bad, and the thing is, I'm glad that this game actually is not in November or late October. You know, from the October to February, playing at Turf Moor could be grim. So I'm glad that we've got. It's one of those like Stoke on November, cold November night and stuff. No, we don't want that. Hopefully it'd be fair weather for us. SKTV James came with all the smoke. True, boy. And the thing is,
I said slap them up.
It was smart. He said it as if to say, "Look,
slap them up, man. What do you mean?
It's standard business, bro. It is. It's Burnley, man. Come on.
It's true. Barbados MUFC. Well done, Jones. Say it with your chest. Slapped and annihilation. Burnley to Arsenal. Now I'm going for a clean sheet.
Yeah,
a 3-0 will be a slapping.
A clean sheet away from home, yeah.
Yeah, listen, let's do it. And
fully, I'm coming for them. I'm coming for them, bro.
Go get him, man. Go get him. And Aubameyang will focus on his front flips like his name is Baraka.
F off Barbados MC. I can actually picture Baraka doing backflips. That's why I'm annoyed.
Gosh. So look, here's my thing, right? Here's what I think is going to happen. Right? Who knows? But tell me what you think.
There's only one player I would change in that. You guys probably already know.
Pepe.
I'll put Saka on the right, and I'd replace Pepe with Martinelli. To be honest.
Do you think he would do that, knowing that we got the win?
Of course,
at least then it proves that there's scope for him to change it again.
Like, if Pepe doesn't show up like in this game, because he's definitely going to start, because it's clear that Arteta is trying to give him some confidence, which he's playing him back to back. Towards the back end of last season, he was doing the same. So I'm thinking he's said, okay, show me what you got. Let me give you some games in it. But I reckon those games would have been better used with Martinelli in that wing row and Saka on the right. But this is where we are. So I think he plays on Saturday and he has to turn up. He can't have another game like he did last Saturday. He has to show up. But
was he that bad? I know, James, you've had you've been one of his harshest critics. But was he that bad? He created a lot of havoc in that Norwich defense, and we need that. We need someone who can do the unpredictable. Sometimes you need that kind of play in your team.
Yeah, I mean, he did cause a bit of havoc, right? But this is what I'm trying to justify, right? I don't think he's a better player than Saka when he plays right wing. I think Saka contributes more to the team when he's at right wing than Pepe does. Pepe did cause havoc, right? But for me, I said this on the other show that we did. You can't really play Aubameyang and Pepe when you're playing Aubameyang up top. If you're playing Aubameyang out wide, that's calm because they can both directly push forward into behind the final third, right? But
say that again, please.
When you have Pepe doing that and you have Aubameyang already there, right? They're just clashing. So that's why I want. So my team, my lineup would be your exact lineup: sub out Pepe and
put Saka on that.
Saka to the right, and then put ESR on the left. That's what I go for.
That's the only thing I could see him doing that might change from that team. I personally believe. Listen, Partey's had another week of integrating again after injury and for fitness. Tomiyasu now as well. He's had another week of as we know, he's like +7 hours, wasn't he?
He's going to be key. I reckon he's my one, not my one to watch in terms of his impact going to go forward, but we know how Burnley play. Cross the
this
ball,
game, absolutely.
Get the 6-3 players.
Who are they going to target? Who would they target?
But they're going to target Ben White. But when you have two lumps like Gabriel and Tomiyasu, that Tomiyasu's an aerial monster, right? And we already know what Gabriel's like in the air, right? What I mean is what Tony put up the stat that he won 5 out of 5 aerial duels in the first half, right? And his stats, I know some people like stats don't mean anything, but in this context for Bologna, he was very, very good in the air. So like in these can he do it in a cold winter night at Stoke, right? Kind of games, right? He is going to be key to keep the goals out of Arsenal.
I won't lie. That statement about Stoke, I don't think it applies to defenders for me. Innit? That's a strike. That's a strike and attacker.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Those types of Brexit FC clubs where it's just like get all the tall, not technically good British players and lump it in the air.
Yeah, I get your point for sure. Yeah, for sure. But what I don't know why me and you, all of us on this channel, we're just football fans, innit? We played the game before we watched the game. So it still upsets me that I'm trying to make suggestions that maybe some of these managers have not thought of. Like, these guys are professionals, you know? Like, for me,
that's the thing. If we could see it,
why haven't you seen it? Like, surely, if I was Arteta, I would have said, you know what, Pepe and Saka, this is to help Pepe more than Saka, to be honest. I said, you know what, you lot, go and watch Mourinho's first season at Chelsea and watch Duff and Robin. Watch how they operate. Watch how they kept changing flanks. Watch how they complement each other. Watch how one person went up and the other person tucked in or whatever. Watch their movement, because for Pepe's sake, he needs that more than Saka. Because Saka can be dangerous wherever he is, isn't it?
Yeah.
For Pepe, being able to move around and still be effective, it's really important for his game, because if we, just like James was saying, if we talk about last season, Saka's best performances were on the right. That's when he started to be more of a goal threat. Let's be honest, right? That's when we started seeing, he's actually a threat rather than just getting to the byline and whipping it in. He showed a little bit more to his game. So what I would be doing is put Saka on the right, and Pepe, you figure out the left, or we rotate you with Martinelli. The end. Yeah.
See,
and ESR maybe.
I even saw when he's genuinely. I could be wrong, but when I've seen Pepe, apart from the stint where he won the FA Cup and the few odd games, right? But when he's played on the left, he has looked. We have a really good balance, right? Mm-hmm. When Saka's on the right and Pepe's on the left, genuinely, we now have the attacking house, as you said, like Robin and Ribery, where they both overlap and et cetera, right? That we have good balance, and I'm fine with that. If I genuinely think if Arteta was like, right, okay, the left wing is now yours, Pepe, make it your own, I reckon he would, genuinely. And then it unleashes Saka. And then I think we become a lot harder to figure out as a team, because there's a lot of fluidity there within that front three. So I agree. I reckon if he goes on the left, it will be good.
For sure. And I believe he's picking his attack to suit Pepe more than to suit Saka. And Saka's the better player, so it doesn't make sense.
I'm just... so... Historically, we do or did well against Burnley, but we've not beaten them for the last 3 games. We've drawn 2 and lost 1.
Oh wow!
So they're starting to become that kind of bogey team for us as such. Where do you think the game will be won and lost against a team like Burnley? I mean, we know that they're going to, especially with them being at home, they're going to try and unsettle us, try and press. How do we combat that? Because that's historically what they've done at their ground. They've tried to, rush us, and they'll do the whole trick again with the ground as well. They'll probably make it all bobbly, and so, so we can't play our football. But where can we win this game? What can we do?
I think we have what you've said is correct for previous teams. Like, everything you have said is indication of Arsenal not having the right players or the right technical ability, not being able to hold the ball on a wobbly pitch, not being able to pass the ball to the right level, overhitting it, not pacing it long enough. And I think now with the back five, honestly, even in Turf Moor, in my opinion, the worst ground in the Prem, right?
Yeah.
I'm not meaning to state Burnley too much, but it's pretty shit. Anyway, I genuinely think we have the capabilities to just play our game regardless. If Burnley press, I think we'll expose them. I genuinely do in the midfield. And I'm not worried about it, but what my concern would be, as I said, is in the air with their strikers. Like, they have some very good aerially strikers, so that's what I would worry about.
So it's about limiting the number of set pieces, free kicks, in dangerous areas. Then
I think so.
Nigerian Englishman.
Well, I'd say Bissouma and Partey was what I was looking for, but what we got is Partey and Lokonga, right? So that's as close to bullies in the middle of the park as we're gonna get, and we've seen the engine on Lokonga. We see he can do the box to box thing, and he's playing with a lot of maturity. So if we start with those two in the middle of the park, that's super, super important. But I do think the two keys to the games on Saturday are Odegaard and Nicolas Pepe. Because of the way Burnley are set up, it's like it really is going to take some moments of brilliance in tight spaces that could really be.
We need that.
That's what we really need. We need Odegaard to find those holes, those gaps, those clinical Ozil-esque passes for Aubameyang to run onto, or Pepe to do something mad in the corner, cuts in and whips like a left foot strike in the top corner. It's going to take something like that. If not, I can see it being a really like scrappy 1-1. Yeah. But if we do take advantage, if Pepe and Odegaard take advantage of them little spaces, then I think we could go and win.
In the just quickly again, just before we actually do wrap up, I mean, in the event he doesn't start with Partey and he goes with the do you know what? But look, it's conceivable that Arteta will say, look, these are the 11 that started the game. These are the 11 that I'm going to go with, to start. Hey, listen,
you can never expect the unexpected of Arteta.
That's what I'm saying. Could you see that happening? Could you see Arteta actually not starting with Partey?
No. He's in. He's probably the first name on the team sheet for me. He's in. Like as you said, he's had a week off and he played 30 minutes. Yeah. 30. And he let's not beat around the bush. He looked very, very, very good when he came on. That pass to Saka for the goal that we scored.
Only he sees the pass like that.
I did. Bro, the thing, because it wasn't shown, right? We had to get a loop around of how to watch the game. Yeah. So literally, the camera angle I was watching on my phone, Bukayo Saka wasn't even on the camera angle. I'm like, oh, okay, he's missed the pass, and all of a sudden, it's just there. I'm like, well, I guess you just know better. So. Yeah.
So okay, so I guess it's one of those ones where we can see that Partey needs to play. Let's just hope he actually does start with those two in the middle of the park with Odegaard as well. And I do believe we've got enough firepower and enough guile in order to break down this team. Just a couple of comments, and then we're looking to actually wrap up, and I'll get your predictions there. Is it possible to start ESR and Odegaard in the same 11 for Arsenal?
Yeah, for sure. I don't love seeing it, but it can happen. And when you got a player like Pepe who's inconsistent, then we're gonna have to think of things like that. I'd rather he's used as a rotating number 10 with Odegaard, but I'm glad we have it as the option.
Yeah, James.
Sorry, I disconnected. We've seen it, the combination play, and I think this is what you get with Odegaard is he can link with pretty much anyone, even if it is Saka or if it's Emil Smith or Pepe. He's the glue between the team. So I don't think he's
starting to become that. I agree with you. He's starting to look more and more like that, because I think now he has a home. And I just think that he's playing and he has a manager that believes in him. And that's the type of player that Odegaard is. Once he has that, you can see he's comfortable and things just happen. So let's have that. Let's hope that happens. Again, Barbados MUFC, but Nigerian Englishman, it sounds like you're forcing Pepe to play on a part of the field he may not be comfortable with. Maybe I'm
So
wrong.
what? There's a part of the field that he's comfortable with. Please show me it, mate. Please show me.
Wow.
Show me the
harsh,
part
bro.
of the field that no, but if he's saying I'm forcing him to play in a position he's not comfortable with, where is he comfortable? Because on that right side, he's not showing me enough to tell me he's comfortable on that side. This ain't what's it called? Who did he come from? Lille. This is Arsenal FC, bro.
True. Can't argue. SKTV Arteta digs his own grave. Party must start. It's true. Tomiyasu must play full 90. Pepe. I want him to be good. I think we all want him to be good. I think the only reason why Tomiyasu came off last week was due to cramp and jet lag. He only had like a day and a half training with us after a midweek game in Japan, which was +7. So yeah, I think Tomiyasu now is back into our time zone, and he's ready to play. And I think he'll come good. Guys, predictions. James.
I already said it at the very beginning, 3-0. I reckon it'll be a reasonably be comfortable game. You're probably going to clip this up and then banter me when we lose 1-0. But I'm saying it best. I think we're going to win 3-0. I think it's going to be comfortable.
Nigerian Englishman.
Whoa,
big up on Monday. How you doing,
big
sir?
up on Monday. I said 2-2 on my channel earlier today.
Desmond.
But I'm gonna go with 2-1, mate. 2-1 Arsenal, mate. We might nick it. I want to be confident. Yeah.
Covering them bases.
Depends what channel you watch me on, guys.
Here's a little comeback to you, Nigerian Englishman. Pepe Style plays more suited for the right side of Arsenal. There aren't much left-footed players who play on the left these days in modern football. Funny thing is, we've got an abundance of them. That's the funny
many
thing.
Left-footed players. So many.
That's crazy. But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. In the Premiership, there's not many lefties, but we've got a good few of them. And on Monday, let's go Arsenal must win 1-0. I'll be happy with 1-0, to be fair. I'll be happy. As long as we play well and there's some kind of things are starting to click, I'll be happy with it. I want us to be comfortable.
Yeah, if we can perform like we did against West Brom last season, I think the 4-0, that sort of performance, that's what I want to see.
Yeah. I want us to have that kind of performance where, when you're playing Man City or someone's playing Man City, you don't expect the other team to score. If it is, it's something freaking. And we
want to have a performance like that, convincing one where you're like,
I want us to be kind of comfortable at the back where the players just like you ain't getting past him. You're gonna have to do something tremendous to get past him. Let's hope so. Listen, guys, I want to thank you. It's been emotional. It's been one heck of an evening. It feels like D-Day all over again for us, doesn't it?
We move. Comment, share, subscribe, everybody.
Exactly. Took that right out of my mouth. Share, subscribe, like, everything. James, Nigerian Englishman, I want to thank you both. And listen, we'll be back for the reaction. Yeah.
Let's go.